Hey folks, welcome back to Green Iron TV. We're back in the workshop and we're going to pick up and resume working on our ICM 1/35th scale AH-1G Cobra helicopter. So we have it all pretty well built, primed, and we are ready to move on to some of the final painting and final details. So that's what's going to be coming up on this episode of Green Iron TV. Like always, please give us a like, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Plus, make sure to check out the link down below. Check out the merch store for all the cool Green Iron TV apparel. There's t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, stickers, all kinds of cool stuff. So check it out, and thanks for watching. Well, we've tried fairly unsuccessfully to put some pre-shade panel in here. I'm going to go back. I'm going to do some of it now with some brush and get some darkness in some areas that I want. Okay, we'll let some of that dry and set up, and then we'll come back and we'll start shading with a little green. Okay, wasn't overly happy with how it was coming out, but I was putting pretty thin layers on and it wasn't bleeding through like I wanted it to, so I just kept lightly putting layers and lightly putting layers on, and it ended up turning out pretty decent in the end. Got some good modulation, with some darkness and some light spots and all that. So that gives it some good color. Now once I go back and do some paint washes and stuff like that, that should help highlight and bring a lot of that out. Of course, we do have the cockpit, fully finished and done up. We still need to put the side armor in, and we'll be working on the canopy, painting the inside of the canopy frame, the gray, and the coloring I want to do on this one. So I have the black nose, it'll come up black over the canopy, and it'll have black on the main tail spar, black on the rear, black on the one underside piece. So we'll be working on doing a little bit of that type of paint work here in a little bit. And probably one of the next things is we'll probably start building the rotors. We got to still build the horizontal stabilizers. Those on the aircraft that I picked are done in red, so we'll do those in a red, and we'll keep picking away at it. Okay, with our green dry, we're going to go ahead and paint some of these black details. So we got the black on the nose, so we've taped in that. This helicopter that we're going to depict has this rear spline painted black, so we're going to do that. There's also the black on the belly, and we'll do that. So okay, we'll let that dry up and move on to some other pieces. So one of the really nice things with this kit is they give you a mask template here in the instructions manual, and they intend for you to lay your masking tape over it and trace it out and cut them out and stuff like that. Well, the joy is when you actually have a good vinyl cutter and scanner, what you do is you scan that in, resize, rescale it, clean it up, and then you can print out your own canopy mask. So I actually have 3 of them there because I want to do inside and outside, and then that gives me an extra in case I mess something up. So we'll get that canopy all masked off. We'll paint the inside, the gray first, and then we'll be painting black on the outside. Okay, we have our canopies masked off, and we're going to be painting the inside. We're going to paint the inside the gray, because if we just went ahead, masked the outside, and painted the black would show through. Or if we tried to paint the gray from the outside, this thickness here, it won't look right. So we're going to take the time. We're going to mask the inside. We're going to paint the framing on the inside. We'll paint around the edges here, and then we'll come back once that's all dry. We'll mask the outside, and we're going to paint the black on the outsides. So okay, we'll start to assemble the main rotor blades. So these are nice and thin blades, and they do look like they fit together pretty decent. So So one of the nice things will be is that although they indicate for us to assemble these into the pieces beforehand, I can see that it'll be easy to be able to, once the center hub's all built, we'll be able to slide these in and lock these in at a later date. So that'll make painting a little bit easier. It'll give us a chance to paint the center hub and the blades separately. Alright, when that all cures up, we'll go ahead, we'll mount our center section to the hub and have this set ready for paint. Okay, now that our black paint's dry, let's go ahead and peel our tape masks off, huh? Alright, our black looks pretty good. So, one of the things is when we want to get this body ready for decaling. And to do that, we don't want to put it over top of the flat decal, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to gloss coat the whole body here. Get it looking good. We'll decal and then we'll come back and we'll put the flat coat over top of it. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get this all set up and get it gloss coated. Okay, we've got this bird all gloss coated and ready for decals. And so we're gonna set that off to the side though. We've got our rotors painted. And now we need to paint the yellow on the tips. And as I was reviewing some stuff today, I realized that on the inside of both of the hatches is actually, instead of painted gray, is actually painted yellow. So I'm going to paint those yellow. And of course, yellow is one of the worst colors for coverage. So we'll be doing second coats on all this stuff. Okay, we'll let those dry up and we'll put some second coats on them. Okay, with our yellow tips painted, let's go ahead and glue these rotor blades on. All right, we'll let those set up and dry. Okay, some of our favorite time. So we're gonna start doing some of the decaling. One correction from what I said in the opening part 1 video. And I said quarter cav, which was actually the unit that Hugh Mills was with on his first tour. But Miss Claude is actually from his second tour when he was with C Troop 16th Cav. And luckily, I have some of those markings and was able to peel them out of some spare kits and some spare pieces. So that is the bird we're going to build. That is the bird we've been kind of modeling after. And that's what we're going to get on with. So the decals from ICM are very thin. They seem to be very fragile. So I'm probably not going to use a lot of microset, especially on the shark's mouth, because I have seen some of the other reviews as people do them, and they have tended to rip pretty easy. So I'm going to try and be as careful as I can. I'm going to move these out of my way. Start with these big ones that go on the tops of the stub wings. So we're going to go ahead and get those dipped and get those wet. Remember when I did the dash decals, these took a long soak before they would come loose. Yeah, these are definitely an abnormal amount of soak to get them to come loose. I'm sure that's one of the things that doesn't help. It causes people to tear them as they try and take them off, but we'll be careful. See what we can do. These are going to be fun. We're going to take our time. Okay, that took a really long time to soak, but it is finally loose. And let's see how big of a mess we can make. Yep, definitely knew we were going to need to do some touch-up paint. Okay, whew, not bad. We knew we were going to have touch-up paint and stuff like that. Plus, we already know the bird we're depicting actually has the shark's teeth fall right out onto the gun housing, gun turret. So we are going to have to hand paint some of that. But once that dries up, that won't be bad. We'll be able to trim it, do some of the touch paint on it. Let's see if we can get the other side to go down easy. All right, let's try and tackle this other side, huh? Whew, I gotta say that's some of the least fun decals I've ever had to do. But they turned out all right. So they are going to take some touch-up paint, stuff like that, to make them come out to 100%, but not too bad. Okay, so we want to have teeth on our chin turret. So we've taken the extra mouth and cut the pieces out that we're going to need. And so we've cut some pieces. And we're going to use these short pieces. And we're going to get those laid on our chin turret. And be able to piece that all together. Make it look pretty sharp when it's all set and done. And of course, one of the things you'll notice is to keep this from being a tail dragger, we glued a nut in the front there to add some weight when we get this on. Okay, so it's got us all the way around to almost touching, which is going to be good. And then we'll take one of these little pieces here and put it in the middle, and then we'll be able to do some touch-up paint and make this all turn out good. Okay, we have most of the major decaling done. So we are going to we're going to let those decals all set up real nice. We'll do the trim paint to fix the shark's mouth. So we'll do all that. And then we'll give this a nice flat coat. And get the rotor blade in. And get this canopy. Because we are going to be building this, with the canopies in the open position. So that's why we are not putting them on and clearing over and stuff like that. It'll be just too hard with the open canopy. So we're doing it all as pieces, and then we'll do it as final assembly. Just probably do a little touch-up paint on them to get them finalized. So we're getting close. Okay, we've got everything flat cleared, looking good. A few little pieces to do left, but the big thing is going to be getting the canopies installed. So we've unmasked our canopies, they're all looking good, and we're going to go ahead and get the canopy pieces glued in and installed, and just about finish up this bird. Okay, I'm going to start with the centerpiece. Before I get too far, I just realized I forgot to put the armor in. I think I can still drop that in. Well, that was almost a good faux pas. Forgetting to put the supplemental armor in. I'd been saving it to do towards the end and I put the canopy on, and hey, guess what? I forgot to do it before I started putting the canopy on. Luckily, this one here, I think I can squeeze across. Alright, well, I luckily caught that before I got it all closed up. But, whew. Alright, we'll let that set up a little bit and then we'll finish putting in our canopy. Okay, let's finish putting the canopy on. Alright, now the fun part's going to be getting this canopy in to hold in the open position. We'll let that set and try the other side. All right, let's move on. We're going to do some dark washes. some light washes, and put some weathering on this bird. And one of the last things here, so the blades always have a tendency out towards the end to get the paint wore off. So we're gonna simulate a little bit of that. Now, one of the things that a lot of people want to do is they want to put chips all over the place. You know, American vehicles didn't get really chipped up. They were more just dirty. So we're going to refrain from putting a bunch of chips all over this. You know, just because it's not really true. It doesn't really work. So, but bottom of the skids will get a little bit from dragging. So we'll put just a little bit on the skids. Just a few little spots around spots where like the engine doors would be open and banged a little bit, so just something real subtle. Okay, I think that's gonna be pretty good. Okay, folks, that's gonna wrap up another edition of Green Iron TV. So we've finished up the ICM AH-1G Cobra. Turned out pretty decent. We'll take some close-up shots here so that you can see all the detail. But another fun build, and luckily looks like weather's starting to break here, so hopefully that means we'll be able to start spending some time down in the garage working on the real Army truck. So I want to thank everybody for following along, especially since we deviated off course a little bit here and built a few of the models in the winter here to pass a little bit of the time. But hopefully we'll be back to the green iron stuff soon. So make sure to give us a like, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. And of course, don't forget to check out the link down below for all the cool Green Iron TV merchandise. Things like hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, stickers, all kinds of cool stuff. So stop by the Green Iron Merchant store, check that out. And like always, thanks and have a great day.